everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing very well today. So today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you the best makeup of 2023. I know in either my last video or my second to last video, I did talk about the worst of 2023 when it came to makeup this year. And I think you guys enjoyed that one, so that's really exciting. But now, of course, I want to make this more positive and I want to share with you the best makeup of 2023. And I didn't include absolutely everything because that would literally take us forever. But what I did was I pulled out my top 20 products of the year, and that is going to be what I'm sharing with you today. So let's go ahead and get started. This is going to be a long one because we have 20 makeup products to talk about. So let's get started. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with primer. So my favorite primer of the year, and again, there's no rhyme or reason to which products I selected. These were just products that I felt like were in my top 20, and I may not even have something for every category, but I am gonna go ahead and just go in order that I do my makeup. But my favorite primer was the Essence Poreless Partner Primer. I love this one so much. This reminds me so much of the Rare Beauty Pore Diffusing Primer. I just feel like this does a really good job at smoothing down the skin. It's not super mattifying, and it says that it's mattifying. I wouldn't believe that. It is much more so a blurring and smoothing primer. It creates a really nice base for makeup, and I do enjoy, it's kind of like gel consistency kind of, because it's not a cream, but it's obviously not like a gripping primer or anything like that. It's more of a gel, and then it blends in so nicely into the skin, and it also does prolong my makeup wear. So I really love this one. I've been enjoying it this year. I've really been just kind of using it a lot throughout my Shop My Stash rotations and all of that. So definitely wanted to give this one a shout out. So the next product, this is definitely a multi-purpose product because some people use it as a primer, some people mix it in with their foundations, and some people even wear this as their foundation. And that is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. This came out this year, and seriously, it literally took the internet by storm. I feel like everybody and their mother was trying to get their hands on this product, and it's because it's obviously supposed to be duping the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter, and this does a really good job at duping that product, and it might even be better in my opinion than the Charlotte Tilbury one, and that tends to be most people's opinion on this product. And what I like about this product is it's very multi-purpose. You can use this, like I said, as a primer. You can mix it in with your foundation, and then you can also wear it as foundation. I oftentimes have worn this as foundation. During the summertime, whenever I wasn't wanting a super heavy base on my skin, I would just go in with this and then spot conceal, and I'm telling you, it made my skin look so nice and glowy and fresh, and this does have some coverage to it. So surprisingly, this has some pretty light coverage to it. So if you have a lot to cover up, this may not be enough for you, but it did a good job on my redness. And then when it came to acne or maybe some trouble spots, I would just go in and spot conceal after that. But I really loved this one. It also wears really, really well on the skin also. And then if you mix it in with your foundation, it gives the finish, or it creates this really nice, just glowy finish. So really loved this one, and I feel like seriously, everybody loved this product this year. All right, so then I have 3 foundations to talk about. So the first one that came to mind very, very easily and quickly is the Relove Makeup Revolution Super Serum Hyaluronic Acid Foundation. I love this stuff, you guys. This is such a beautiful foundation, and I seriously cannot believe that it's only $5. I do wear the shade F3 in this one. And what I love about this is, one, it's very pigmented, so a little does go a long way. You would read the title and you would think that this would be very light coverage, and that's not true. It is very, very good coverage. I would say it's a good light to medium coverage, and it also has a really, really beautiful glowy finish. This is very glowy. So if you have dry skin, I think that you will really, really enjoy this this one, but if you don't, I would maybe pair it with a pore filling primer or something that's a little bit more mattifying or gripping on the skin, because I do think that this would wear pretty glowy on you, because this is a very, very dewy foundation, but it is beautiful. It makes your skin look so nice and healthy. And again, I just cannot get over the fact that this is only $5. Relove is sold at Walmart, and they do have a variety of products within their line, and I believe everything within the line is under $5. So check this one out. It is really, really good, and I cannot believe again that it is so affordable. The other foundation was definitely one that had a learning curve to it. I didn't love it from the get-go. I feel like I had to keep trying it out, and then I decided afterwards, you know what, I actually really enjoyed this foundation, and it's the Revlon Illuminance foundation. This is the Skin Caring foundation, and I do wear the shade 117 Light Beige in this one. This one is a little bit too light for me, but I do make it work. I just bronze up the skin, and it usually works out fine for me. But this is a beautiful, beautiful foundation. This is going to be less coverage than the Relove foundation. This is going to be more light to maybe pushing medium coverage, if that. But it has a really beautiful finish to the skin. It's very funny because I feel like the Relove foundation is far more glowy than this one, and this is literally called the Illuminance foundation. It's still glowy, it's just not as glowy as the makeup or as the Relove one. I do enjoy Revlon foundations. I enjoy Revlon as a brand. I feel like they have so many great gems within their line, and they have some really stellar products that are very, very underrated. So yeah, give this one a go. I would highly recommend trying this one out, and a lot of people have been enjoying this one on YouTube as well. Then another one that I feel like a lot of people just really, really enjoyed this year was the L'Oreal True Match foundation. I do wear the shade N3 in this one, and at first I wasn't sure if this one had been reformulated or if it had just been repackaged, because I, fun fact, have never tried the original L'Oreal True Match, even whenever it had that huge craze a few years ago, or this was probably 10 years ago at this point. I had never even used it at that point. There were just other foundations that I enjoyed more that I was wanting to try out. So I never got around to trying it, but whenever they came out with it this year with the updated packaging, I was like, you know what, let's give it a go. And I'm so glad that I did, because what a beautiful foundation. I did come to find out that this has been reformulated, like this bottle, right? Like the new launch that they came out with this year. So it is different to the old L'Oreal True Match, so hopefully it's not too different, that if you loved that one, hopefully you still like this one. But yes, this one, it is a very good medium coverage foundation. This is a middle of the road when it comes to coverage. It's not too heavy, it's not too light. I do get decent coverage with this one. This is pretty glowy though. I'm honestly surprised at how glowy this actually is. I thought this would be more of like a satin matte kind of foundation, just from the looks of it, and with it being a more like older formula, if you will. But no, this is very, very glowy on the skin. Not as glowy as the Relove, what is it, Super Serum foundation, but this is probably, I would say this is the less glowiest, and then the True Match, and then the Relove, if that makes sense. So I really like something that's gonna be a little bit glowy, but what I love about these foundations that I'm mentioning today is that you're able to manipulate them, because if you go in with something like, for instance, the Essence Poreless Partner Primer, you can manipulate this because you're going in with something a little bit more pore blurring, maybe something a little bit more mattifying, to make a more glowy foundation work for you. So that is how I get these foundations to work for me. I am someone who has combination skin, so I do get oily in my T-zone, and how I combat getting too glowy with these types of products is I pair it with something that's going to be either more mattifying, something that's more pore smoothing, or something that's going to be gripping, so I know that it'll at least wear really well on me throughout the day. So those are my favorite foundations from 2023. Then for concealer, I at first wasn't going to pull any concealers, but then when I went back into my collection, I was like, you know what, I do think that these deserve to be spoken about. So firstly, the one that came to mind was was the Haus Labs concealer. This came out not that long ago, honestly, just a few months ago. I think it was around the Sephora VIB sale for the fall. And this is specifically called, well, I thought it would have a name, but it doesn't. But this is just the Haus Labs concealer. This is the only concealer in the line. I do wear the shade 11 Light Neutral. And what I like about this concealer is that it's like thick, and it almost seems like it would be too drying, but it actually blends out to look really nice underneath the eyes. It's really crazy because, again, when you're pulling it out of the wand, you're like, oh wow, like this looks really thick and kind of cakey, but it doesn't look bad. Like, it's kind of surprising that I do enjoy the way that this looks on me, because it does have a really nice finish underneath the eyes. It has really, really good coverage as well. I would say it's medium to full coverage, so you can kind of manipulate the coverage by how much you put on, type of thing. But yes, pleasantly surprised with this one. Really, really happy with it. The second concealer is the Natasha Denona. This is called her High Glam Concealer. Now, here's the thing. I don't love it underneath the eyes, okay? I know what you're thinking. You're like, then why are you recommending it? No, but I've worn it as foundation, and I really like it that way. I really, really like it that way. Here's what it looks like. I really enjoy this sleek packaging a lot. I feel like the Haus Labs concealer, it feels a little bit like, not cheapy, but not super substantial. The package is nice. I mean, you have this frosted plastic, I guess, around it. But the Natasha one just looks luxe, if you know what I mean. Like, it really does feel substantial in your hand, and I love the packaging. I love the detail. But this wore so well when I wore this as foundation. And whenever I say foundation, I'm not saying I'm putting on as much as I would if I were using like this, for instance. No, I'm just putting on a few stripes on my face and blending it out with the brush and calling it a day. And this has been really nice for just a quick and easy way to just do my makeup really quickly. I always say this, but maybe I'm working from home and I want to just do a quick makeup look because maybe I have some meetings or something. I know that I'm going to be on camera and I want to look more put together. This is the type of product for that specifically, because like I said, it's so quick and easy to just throw on, but it does a really, really good job at perfecting the skin, and it wears so well. So I was pleasantly surprised when using it that way. I don't know why I didn't trust the people that I watch here on YouTube, because so many people are loving it for that reason, like to use it in that way. But I was really happy to try it out that way. All right, next up, we're gonna go ahead and get into bronzer, and I only have one bronzer to mention, and it is the Hard Candy Face Off Liquid Bronzer. I'm sure you expected this because I have talked about it so much this year on my channel. I do wear the shade Sweet Tea in this. I love this. I love this so much. This is seriously, it is like a luxury formula in a drugstore package for a drugstore price. I cannot get over the fact that this is only, I think, $6 or $7 at Walmart. I cannot believe it. I love, and I've said this before, I love that this comes in a doe foot rather than those disgusting like sponge tip applicators. I hate those so much. I love that this is a doe foot, and I really enjoyed the shade Sweet Tea for my complexion as well. I know that they need to come out with more shades. They only have one other shade in this line, and it is deeper than this one, but they need about 3 or 4 more shades to consider that even an acceptable range, you know? So I'm so sorry that that is the case, because this is such a good formula and good product that I wish that they would work on that, because this is going to be so well loved if they were to do that. But this is a great formula. It's so easy to blend out. It blends out like that in seconds, and it has really good pigmentation to it. It's easy to blend. It's very buildable, so you can add more if you need to without it looking too muddy. I mean, this is just so good. I cannot sing the praises of that enough. And actually, I lied, because I have another bronzer to talk about. And I actually just purchased this, so I'm sorry that it is very new and I'm talking about it, but I was just so impressed with this formula. This is the Give Beauty Pick It Up Cream Contour and Powder Bronzer Duo, and I do have the shade Toastin. So this one is a cream bronzer and this is a powder bronzer, and I'm so impressed with this. The cream bronzer blends out so nicely. It's so easy to blend out. I also love that she came out with multiple shades so that a lot of people can enjoy this formula, and the powder bronzer is really a nice touch as well. I love that you have basically everything that you need in here, so this is going to be perfect to travel with because you could use your cream, set your skin, and then use the powder to set, and I think this is really good for that. I also, oddly enough, really enjoy the scent on this. It is kind of weird that it has a scent. I could probably do without it, but I'm glad that at least it's a pleasant scent. It smells really nice and clean, so I do enjoy that. All right, now we're moving on into blush, and I might as well talk about the Give Beauty blush as well. This is the Fill and Cheeky Amplified Blush Duo, and this one is in the shade Stars Aligned. Really happy with this product. I love that this is perfect for blush lovers because you have two blushes in here. You have a powder blush that's more matte, and then you have a shimmery blush, and they are both obviously in the same shade. I think this is perfect again if you are a blush lover because you are seriously going to have basically the best of both worlds. If you're someone who likes a more matte blush, you have that in here, but if you like to maybe top your blush, you can do that as well. Sorry, I see my neighbor across the street, so I was wondering what he was doing. Anyways, so you have the best of both worlds in here. You can seriously do so much with this, and I love the shades that she came out with too. It was so hard for me to pick the shade that I wanted because, again, I just could not decide. The blush lover in me was really struggling, but Stars Aligned is a really nice shade, and I'm really happy with it. And again, it has that really nice scent to it. Like, I can't explain it. It's definitely like a fresh scent, a little bit floral, but nothing like disgusting or like old lady smelling. This has a really nice scent to it. The next blush was another blush that came out this year, and I seriously love it so much, and it is the Dior Rosy Glow blush in the shade Rosewood. I love this. I was so impressed with this formula. This was the first Dior blush I had ever tried. I had never tried, I don't think actually anything from Dior before. This was my first Dior product, and this formula is so nice. I know that it is very hyped. I know that the shade Pink Glow is very hyped. I know that it literally went viral, and that kind of just started it all as far as the very bright pink blush revolution. But this is a really good formula, and I don't know if it's just the Rosewood shade. I have the Pink Glow in my collection that I need to use more. I purchased it and I haven't really used it a whole lot. I think it's just because I view that more of like a spring and summer blush, but anyways, I love this one. It is really nice and smoothing on the skin, surprisingly. Like, it really does smooth out the area where you apply it, and it also is really long wearing. Like, I'm so shocked at how long wearing this is. And the other thing I was gonna say is, if you have used this formula and you felt that it was too like sheer for you, like you weren't getting enough color, try a different brush. The brush I use, it's actually still here from the last time I talked about it, is from the Morphe and Ariel line, and this is the A58 brush. You can see here that it's more dense, like it's like more densely packed, and it really picks up the blush beautifully and puts it on perfectly. I mean, that really does make a difference, especially if you were struggling. I know whenever I swatched these in Ulta in person, I was like so underwhelmed. I was like, why are these so popular? Because they look awful in this swatch, but they really do come to life on your cheeks. So I loved this year. So happy with it. And I completely forgot a bronzer. I don't know why I thought I only had the one bronzer, which was the Hard Candy, because I literally had two others. This is more of a face palette, but it's definitely more a bronzer palette. And this is from Physicians Formula. This is the Butter Bronzer Contour Palette. I really like this. I am so glad that they came out with this. I'm so glad that I picked it up, because the Physicians Formula like butter bronzers are so bulky to store in your collection, and I feel like now I don't need to pick one of those up because I have it in here and it is very compact. I appreciate them for finally making something nice and slim and easier to store. And I love mixing the contour and bronzer shade together. I feel like that does a really good job at bronzing the skin, but also it's a little bit more cool toned, which is nice. And this is that really good Stellar Butter Bronzer formula from Physicians Formula. It has that really nice butter smell. I love it. I love that coconutty type of like sunscreen scent. I love that. And it even comes with this like brightening powder if you're wanting to kind of clean up the contour at all. I don't use this one a whole lot, but it is really nice and brightening. But these formulas are so good, so good. And I'm so happy with this. So I did want to talk about that one. Now let's get into more blush. A collection that came out this year that I was really happy with and so impressed. I was kind of blown away by how good this collection actually was, and it was the Profusion Casper collection. So these are the lip and cheek sticks from that collection. So here is what they look like. I kind of showed these in my makeup collection video, but this one is the shade Hey Boo, which is a really nice, just kind of coral color, super pretty. And then the other one, and it was a set of these three together. The other one is the shade Love You, which is a really pretty kind of plummy berry mauve-y color. And then the final one is Ghosted, and this is more of like a more warm toned coral color, almost red orange. So this is a really nice formula. I am so glad that I picked this up because this is a really nice formula. I wasn't expecting much. I had seen Teresa Is Dead. I saw her review, so I knew that these were going to perform well because she really liked them and they looked beautiful on her skin. But whenever I tried them, I was blown away. I was blown away at how creamy this formula is, at how pigmented it is, at how easy it is to blend. I mean, seriously, all of the things you want in a cream product, it does that. So glad. I'm just so impressed with that Casper collection from Profusion. And I am certainly going to be on the lookout and not dragging my feet on picking up any of the next like future collection products. All right, now let's go ahead and get into highlights. And again, from the Profusion Casper collection, I had to mention the Casper highlighters. They're so cute. So this one is called Fabulous, and these both have a shift to them. It's hard for me to like pick up exactly what the shift is, but I love both of these. These were super festive and fun to wear during the Halloween season. I did rock these quite a few times. Also, you have the shade Ghosting You, which looks definitely more, I don't know if it's a blue shift or a green shift, I don't know, but super beautiful. And the packaging is so cute. It has Casper on it. It says Casper the Friendly Ghost. It is just really cute and fun, and I really enjoyed this year all of these really fun IP collections. I know that they can get annoying, and I certainly didn't pick up everything, but I enjoy them every once in a while, and whenever they're affordable and actually really good, I'm all about it. So here we are. Then the final highlighter that I wanted to talk about, and speaking of IP collections, the Glamlight Friday the 13th highlighter. It's just called that. I thought it was called Jason Lives, but this is the highlighter. This, you guys, this is so pretty. This is so stunning, so pretty. This has a really nice blue shift to it, and I know that this kind of seems like costume makeup or something that is not for every day, but the glow that this gives, and yes, it has that shift, but it's still like kind of subtle. I can't explain it, that this is probably good for every day. So I really enjoyed this, and I am super looking forward to what Glamlight's going to be coming out with in 2024, and I am definitely going to be trying out more of their highlighters. Okay, I've got to get this train going because my camera battery may die. Now let's get into face palettes. Face palettes were certainly my favorite thing in the second half of 2023, and I feel like it all started with these Hourglass babies. These are so good. These are so good. I cannot believe that these are as good as they are because I don't want to love these because these are so expensive, but I'm so glad I do because they were so expensive. So the love started with the Leopard palette, and these are called the Ambient Lighting Edit Unlocked. And this one specifically had 3 blushes, a bronzer, and a highlighter. And then a diffusing powder. Love it. I loved this. I was gravitating towards it so regularly. I felt like I was always using this throughout the week. It was just so fast, so easy. I was able to knock out multiple steps with one palette. Love it. I was using this so much that I was like, you know what? Why not get the jellyfish one? So I did. I got the jellyfish one. I used my Sephora VIB sale code, and here's what this one looks like. This one is not nearly as loved as the leopard one, but still love it. I still wear it so much. This one has 2 blushes, a highlighter, two diffusing powders. Love these face palettes so much. Again, I just love how quick and easy they are to use and knock out multiple steps within one palette. I love the blush shades that they've included in here. I really enjoy the bronzers as well, and the highlighter is so stunning, especially the one in the jellyfish palette. So wanted to shout those out because I've been using those nonstop. Another palette, speaking of using something nonstop, is the NARS Holiday Face Palette, and this is called the All That Glitters Light Reflecting Cheek Palette. So in love with this. I'm wearing the more red blush today, and I'm obsessed, you guys. I am obsessed. I cannot get over how stunning this palette is. I mean, I knew that NARS had some pretty magical face products, but they were not kidding whenever they talk about how beautiful these powders are from NARS. Same thing for the Hourglass, right? But I have been in love with this. I've been using this nonstop, like seriously nonstop, almost as much as I'm using the Hourglass ones. I was using the Hourglass ones nonstop, and then I got this, and now I'm using this nonstop. I mean, it is just a constant thing, and I'm so glad because, again, this was also pretty pricey. Not as pricey as the Hourglass ones, but still pretty pricey. I think this was maybe 60 bucks, but I'm really glad I'm getting my use out of it, and I'm really glad that I'm enjoying it because this is a really nice formula. It's like that really good, like baked gelée type of formula. Stunning. Okay, just a few more products left. So now let's get into eyes. So another product that was just such a favorite of mine this year, and so much so I purchased 3 shades. These are from Hard Candy. Hard Candy was the brand of the year. I'm telling you, they came out with so many stellar products, so many great products that are like luxury performing that are literally under $10. And these are called their Eye Def eyeshadow markers, and I went ahead and purchased 3 shades. So I have the shade Stoned, which is a matte gray kind of color, and then my favorite one, this one is a shimmer. It's in the shade Cold Brew. It's a really nice like warm bronze color. Love this one. And then also a shimmer, I picked up the shade Pony, which is more of like a purpley mauvey color. So I love these so much. I gravitate towards these so regularly. I'm honestly so shocked at how often I'm pulling for these. I especially love the shade Cold Brew. I just love how easy these are to just literally scribble them on the eyelids, blend it out quickly with an eye brush, and then maybe put on, I've been loving like the Urban Decay Moon Dust palette. I'll throw that on and walk out the door. I'm done, right? Obviously, I'm doing like mascara and lips and all that afterwards, but you get what I'm saying. I love these. These are so good. I think these are more performing, or they perform better than even like the e.l.f. ones, the ColourPop ones. I haven't tried the ones from Rare Beauty. I really want to, but I am so in love with these. Check these out. I think these are like $6 or $7 at Walmart. They have a lot of really beautiful shades too. All right, second to last product, here we go. The Too Faced Better Than Sex Chocolate Mascara. Talk about a favorite. I loved this so much this year. This is my second tube of the year. I completely used up the other one, and it was getting to the point where I was like getting expired, so I went ahead and trashed it. But then I saw that Ulta had this for half off. I completely like immediately added it to my cart and purchased it because I love this. I love the formula, but I also really love this shade because yes, it's a brown, but it's not too light of a brown, but it's also not too dark where it just looks like a black. This, you can actually tell that it is a brown, but it's that really nice, like dark brown color, like chocolate. So love this one. I love this formula. Definitely check out this mascara, especially if it's on sale. And then the final product, this is actually a lip oil, lip gloss. That's how I treat it, is like a lip gloss. The NYX Fat Oils are amazing. I have loved these this year so much, so much. I love all of the shades. This specifically is a shade Follow Back. I really enjoy this one as well. I have Scrollin', I like that one. I have Supermodel, I like that one. I have Follow Back, I love this one. I mean, this is just such a nice formula. It's not goopy, it's not sticky on the lips, and it really is like nourishing too. I also really enjoyed like the doe foot too. And then actually I have 2 more products. I thought I was done. Okay, I'm like so tired of filming, you guys. I'm like trying to knock out these videos for you. But I forgot about this, and I really liked this product this year. I used this a lot and was so impressed at how this wore. And this is from Revlon. This is their Color Stay Suede Inks, and I believe these came out this year. The shade that I have is Want It All, and it is a beautiful almost like light red. So it's a red, but it's not super bold like the red I have on. This is more of like a light red, if that makes sense. Beautiful. I have a trick on how to really make this a little bit more comfortable. I go in with a lip balm before, and honestly, this is gonna sound kind of childish, but I have like lip smackers that I got from Dollar Tree because they were Disney princesses. Super cute. Like I have one that's Belle, I have one that's Mulan, and I just like throw those on really quickly onto the lips. I kind of blot a little bit so that it's not like too moisturizing, and then I throw this on top, and I'm telling you, it wears so well that way. But it's also not uncomfortable because I can't imagine wearing this without that lip balm, because I do think it would be too drying. That trick really works. I did it before this lipstick as well, and I believe I learned that from Emily Noel, but love this shade so much. I think it's more of a shade thing, but the formula is really nice also. This is a formula where it does fade pretty gracefully, at least this shade. And then the final product, and again, going back to the IP collections, because so many IP collections happened this year, especially Barbie. But Wet n Wild actually collaborated with Scooby-Doo. How fun, right? Love it when these affordable brands also collaborate with IP, because it just makes it so much more exciting because it's gonna be more affordable. But Wet n Wild collaborated with Scooby-Doo, and this is called their Mystery Slime Lip Mask. So it's super cute. It has Scooby-Doo there on the front, and oh my gosh, this scent is amazing. It smells like candy apples, you guys. Candy apples. I'm not even like obsessed with the formula. I'm obsessed with the scent. Oh my gosh, I could just sit here all day long and just smell this over and over again and not get tired of it. I love this. I love that it's Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo is so cute. I love that show. It's so funny and adorable. But then I love that it's also green. It obviously doesn't make your lips green, but I love that it's green because it's like kind of matching with like that slime theme. And then the scent is just to die for. I don't know if this is still available or not. I would recommend going to Walmart, and sometimes in like a separate section, they have some of their older collections. Maybe look there and maybe you'll find this. If not, check the Wet n Wild website, because this is to die for, the scent. And it is a nice lip mask, don't get me wrong. It's just, it's not replacing like the Laneige one, for instance, but I do enjoy this, especially for the scent. Like I'm so impressed. But whew, we made it. Those are my top 20 products from 2023, my top 20 makeup products from 2023, the best makeup of 2023. I mean, seriously, what a fun year for makeup. I feel like we had so many different collabs, so many great makeup releases, so many great drugstore makeup releases. I mean, I'm telling you, just year after year, the makeup just keeps getting better and better and better. I mean, I seriously don't know how we can top any of this anymore. Eventually, we're gonna cap, right? I mean, it has to. Can it get better? It might, I don't know. But what did you enjoy for 2023? What was your best makeup of 2023? What were your best finds, your most favorite finds? I would love to hear from you guys. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, I would love for you to subscribe. Also, I would love for you to subscribe and be a part of my YouTube channel family here. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will go ahead and see you in my next video. Bye.